Hey everyone! In this week's video, we're going to be talking about how Kenneth Cole develops the voltage clamp in 1949. First things first, the Kenneth Cole we're going to be talking about in this video is not to be mistaken with the American clothing designer and his fashion house. Kenneth Cole was an American biophysicist that was born in Ithaca, New York. He worked at Columbia University and later found himself working at the Naval Medicine Research Institute and became the chief of biophysics at the National Institute of Neurological Diseases and Blindness. In 1967, he was also awarded the National Medal of Science for his many achievements in regards to ionic activity found within the cell. So here's some history about the clamp. The concept of the clamp is attributed to Kenneth Cole and his research partner, George Marmont, but most of the credit goes towards Kenneth Cole. To test this out, they placed an internal electrode into a giant axon of a squid and applied a current. Experiments back then were almost exclusively conducted on squid axons. The insulation on the rods were particularly thick. Also, the squid axons were fairly large and easier to manipulate. Cole discovered that it was possible to use two electrodes and a feedback circuit. This feedback circuit is what helps researchers maintain a cell's membrane potential at a set level. A lot of the research done was used via the squid axon. Squid axons are very useful because they have an axon that reaches 1 millimeter in diameter, and the signals propagate fairly quickly down the large axon. We've been exposed to this topic numerous of times because it was the basis of Hodgkin and Huxley's experiments on action potentials and how they measured ionic conductances. The two scientists adopted this technique and truly made the name for the voltage clamp. So with the technique of the voltage clamp, here we will see the clamp generate a current and hold the voltage constant across the cell membrane. This allows us researchers to observe and measure currents moving across the cell membrane. There is a voltage electrode and a current electrode. The voltage electrode is where the transmembrane voltage is recorded. The current electrode will be used to pass a current through the cell. Both electrodes will be connected to the amplifier, and that basically measures the membrane potential and feeds the signal into the feedback amplifier. The amplifier will also receive a reading from the signal generator, where the membrane potential is subtracted from the command potential. The external environment is controlled based on the bath that the cell is placed into. Again, we see scientists like H&H utilize the technique for further discoveries involving ionic flow within a cell. Thanks to Kenneth Cole's development, neuroscientists have managed to become closer to understanding the electrical activities of a cell. Thank you for watching.